Hello there, AuthorTube Planet. This is going to be fun. This one's going to be really fun. I'm going to try to do a couple of readings, and then I'm going to try to respond to a few videos that's been out there. I hope I knock it down in 10 minutes or less. 2 nights ago, the place where I've been for many years in Fontana got broken into. And I made a video called Red Pill Territory at my Brick Jane AuthorTube site. So, today, I'm watching a few videos just because this is part of my normal routine. And apparently everyone's mad. I'm going to only use first names. People in the community, they know who these people are. Everyone's mad at Kristen. But I like Kristen. And I like the group that got together this past summer. They kind of inspired me to do an AuthorTube channel. I've been writing novels since 2003. I went to a school that's very writing intensive. I was going there from 95 to 98. I had a family emergency. I didn't graduate until 2011. The keynote speaker was Max Brooks, son of Mel Brooks. He wrote World War Z. The school I went to, it's in the ballpark of Harvard as far as how much it costs to go there. It's a private school in Claremont, less than an hour drive from Los Angeles. It has a 12% accept rate. They turn away 4.0 students. It's very artsy. You could get there with a low GPA if you're good at art. You could have a 4.0 and not get in, depending on what they think your humanities potential is. Here's my diploma. I'll show this in another video. I had a double major, intercultural studies and environmental studies. Together it's intercultural environmental studies. I transferred from a community college where I got degrees in communications and also liberal studies, liberal arts. So that's my credentials. I went to a writing intensive school. A couple of people I went to school with became authors. Obviously, World War Z was written by a guy that went to my school. Danny Elfman went to my school. It's just the way it is. Now I want to address a few authors that we're talking about. Arcs shouldn't be sold. I'm kind of too new to the community to have a strong opinion about how things have gone down. But how do people pay their bills? How do people pay their bills? Now, most people say, yeah, it's not ethical. Okay? Maybe things could be done different, but I like Kristen. I like her videos. But Sarah, she was my first subscriber at my Brick Jane channel. Brick Jane's my former pseudonym. I've written, 13 books. If you count, I'm on my 13th. If you count a couple of children's books and one that's on a crashed hard drive. Otherwise, I'm on my 10th. So, real quick, Natalia's out there. She was talking about Kate and being jealous and unsubscribing and resubscribing. But she was talking about that some authors hardly have any views like me, but they're worth, watching or whatever or paying attention to. Our school is the definition of contrarian. Max Brooks, who wrote World War Z, if you remember the movie, the reason they defeated the zombies is because whenever they hear something, if 10 people agree, one of them's required to be the devil's advocate, and that's what I am. Okay? So when you guys all give writing advice to do this, that, whatever, I don't have a literature degree. I have a communications degree. So, I'll read real quick. I like to play the villain. And I'll read real quick from my book, Cretins, which, I've recently done. I don't have sales, by the way. Kate wanted to know about sales. I don't care about sales. I've given away all my books for free because we have different motivations. I'm not trying to make a living as an author. It'd be nice, but I'm not trying to make a living. I'm trying to have people in my circle, my friends and family, I'm trying to have them understand me. I'm on a conspiracy forum, and I'm trying to have people have fun while they're trying to investigate our government and our world, etc. So, I'm going to go ahead and let's go right over here. Right now, John Leonard's visiting the protagonist, Donovan Cobb, in an asylum. He's trying to get him out, and they're talking about kayfabe. Kayfabe is a term about fake personalities in wrestling. Okay, kayfabe, right? You have to know kayfabe from all the years you've been around Preston. Kayfabe, Donovan. Kayfabe. Kayfabe? Of course I know kayfabe. Jesse Ventura won the governor's race in Minnesota a few years ago. He was a Navy SEAL and a professional wrestler. He said all of Washington, D.C. was kayfabe. It's the fake personalities. It's the scripts they go with. I know kayfabe. He was half finished with a cigarette. He feared he would be addicted when he was outside again. Rikishi is this fat-ass Samoan. His move is called the stink face. Basically, he knocks you unconscious and sets you on the mat in the corner. He takes a humongous butt and rubs his asshole all over your nose and the rest of your face. John Leonard watched Donovan Cobb smoke. John hadn't smoked since he was mid-20s and was tempted to ask for a cig. Your point? This better be good. I don't like the images in my head. Donovan tossed a cigarette onto the ground and stomped it out. They're trying to get to Sakata, okay? And then it goes on. It goes on. It goes on. Okay. I have a book called Thermite. My books, like I said, they're for conspiracy theorists. I already believe they don't want this in a Barnes & Noble. I already believe that. I'm writing books that are fun for that micro element of society that in their heart of hearts, they don't think our government is functional anymore. Okay? And that's just where I stand. I talked about You Say You Want a Revolution. There's a textbook in the history of rock and roll class. And here's how I could support Sarah and Kristen at the same time. It has to do with Herbert Marcuse. Now, Cultural Revolution requires an affirmative, a negation, and a dormancy. Now, the whole thing is... Okay, this is not focusing real quick. The whole thing... Let me try to focus this. Anyway, but the whole thing, there's the negation, the affirmative, you get the loss of the immanent, the loss of the transcendent, which is the co-opted element. Okay? I'm not going to call anyone a sellout, but it's intertwined. It's intertwined. The revolutionary, the art part of anything with the commercial element. And they need each other. Believe it or not, according to Herbert Marcuse, who wrote Revolution and Revolt, they need each other because the powers that be, you gotta trick them. You gotta trick them, okay? And there's gonna be people that have more of a commercial element, and they're co-opted by the TV and everything that runs our world. So, hats off to anyone that's writing. You know, that's bottom line. You can buy Cretins if you want, but you don't got it because it's available for free at scribd.com/Brick Jane.